glass too. A little drunk, but I'm alright. Cause I've been hanging with you, and it feels like love. Tell me if I'm wrong, cause it feels like love. Yeah, it feels like love. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Don't know what you do, but you make me feel fine. And you can't deny we are not just killing time. You should let me know if you want this true. Baby, you just make me feel crazy. A little crazy for you. Yeah. I think about you and I want you here with me. Am I out of my mind? Or is this how it should be? You made me sing about love. So just tell me if I'm wrong. But it feels like love. Yeah, it feels like love. Yeah! Don't know what you do, but you make me feel fine. And you can't deny we are not just killing time. You should let me know if you want this true. Baby, you just make me feel crazy. A little crazy for you. A little crazy for you.
Howdy, howdy. Happy Saturday. It's the weekend. Hey there, Blue Zach, and yes, your erosion. The erosion. We're going to destroy the erosion. And hey, Ghost Tech Gaming, how are you doing? I'm just setting up a couple of things here real quick, because yeah. Technology fail. But I have the newest version. Just got it over yesterday from Celobuk of Iowa Plains, and well, needed a new save, so I thought I'm gonna start all over, because we had done a farm build sort of over there. It's supposed to be small, turned it a little bigger, so I'm gonna start over, and I want to do it on the abandoned farm and bring the taste of the rain. Yeah, you know, Skittles needs to come back. Yes. But this is the newest version of Alma. Not a whole lot has changed, so I won't go too much of an overview. Just, you know, fixing some bugs, fixing some fields. I will point out one thing that I noticed that Celobuk did fix was on the pig barn over here. I don't own the land, so you can't see it, but the trigger beforehand was inside. It is now right here. So now you can use you know, your transport trailer, animal trailer, to transport pigs if you want. Because I put a butcher shop down for, you know, butchering pigs. And then I found out, oh, I can't transport pigs. So the other major thing is we got rid of the ugly, I do mean ugly, John Deere green. We now have case. So huge improvement to the map. They've made a major upgrade here in Iowa Plains. Got rid of yucky John Deere and replaced it with beautiful case. So big improvement there. And I do like the new dealership too. Like, can we go inside? Not yet, not yet. Okay. So yeah, we do have the store trigger right here. The workshop or garage, whatever, is right here. And yeah, looks good. Love it. So yeah, I want to start with the farm build. And so this was the thing on 22 as well. There was an abandoned farm here. You could do a farm build, I do love this little part here. Abandoned farm left in 2022 as the owner moved to Alma, Missouri in search of a better life. I don't know if they did or not, but we're gonna take over the build here. And I just need to check something here. Hey, my bot is working. All right. I'd fixed that and I just wanted to make sure it was working. And it is. That is awesome to see. I do want to check one more thing here. I did just recently start streaming on Kick, and I think this command will now work. Maybe. And yes, it does. So if you want to check out my stream over there, here is a link that will take you to it as well. So to make sure everything's working, and it is awesome. I was playing with stuff, getting things set up and all that. All right, so let's hop into the build menu here now that I'm all done with that. So I'm kind of doing a actually my plan is for the next couple of streams on this is kind of doing a little bit of a survival type almost, where we're going to start off, when it's all said and done, we'll be about $1 million in debt. We're going to own this grass field here, the farm land here, and depending on how much of this 1.5 million we spend, we may get the plantation back there, but I don't think we will, because 1.5 million is not a whole lot when it comes to setting up a farm. I would like to get this grass field over here too as well, but I don't think we have enough money for that. So let's get back over here out of the way, down the little ditch, and let's hop in the build menu here. So one cool thing about this is this should get rid of all the abandoned stuff. We'll sell that. So that will give us $204,000. And then I'm going to do a little quick, try to just level like that. Yeah, let's just do soften. Get rid of the little mounds here. Is there any others? I think we got them all. All right. And the one thing I am kind of debating on here is, should I kind of take the vibe that was there with the lands and put constructibles in, so I think the house that was here is this one, and I'm kind of thinking like, hey, for the series, for this, let's build the constructible home, and as part of it, I'm kind of trying to think where to put it. I kind of like the spot it was at. So I think I'm gonna do it. Yeah, we're gonna build a house as part of this. Actually, build a house. Let's see. I think right about there should do it. So we're gonna have to go through that whole process. I'm not gonna bother like going and getting the materials. We'll just buy the materials to build it. And I don't know if you've done the constructibles before yourself. One thing I hope Giants will address is like, hey, if you build a house, get everything, put all your stuff in, get all the materials, when you go to sell it, yeah, it's still worth $1,000, which is just frustrating. I was thinking about doing one of the constructible sheds as well. It's just I kind of hope modders will come out with some more constructible buildings. I know they're not easy from what I've been told, but yeah, I don't like these ones. I don't like the constructible sheds. So let's hop over here to sheds. So my plan is on this is we're gonna have to make money, and right now we only have one field, and that's the grass field. And so that's not gonna be very much money. It's just like that ain't gonna make a whole lot of money. So I'm kind of thinking the best way to make money is we're gonna have to do some animals, and then with grass being the only I guess crop we have, we're gonna have to do something effective. I think it's gonna be sheep. For the pods, it's gonna be sheep. We'll probably do a combination of sheep and goats, because cows are good, but you kind of really need more than just grass. This is all about surviving and making money. So I think for starter, we're gonna need to put in a grass pasture. Well, a sheep pasture or sheep shed. Sheep shed? Sheep pasture? I don't know. We're gonna go with it. Just go with it. All right. So let me let's see if we can find a good one here. So this one only holds 60. We can have, it has a pasture though. This one holds 148. Also has a pasture. This one holds 170, but it also has a bale storage. I think this one, yeah. So we can actually increase that 170 by putting in a bigger pasture. So I'm kind of I think this one would be a good one. It is a bit pricey, but again, we don't have to put in the bale storage because this one has a built-in, so that is a huge plus for us. Let me see for customization options. You can go with the green for the roofs. I like that. All right. Now the big question I have is I don't know how far back our land goes. I really don't know how far back it goes. So what I'm gonna do here is let's find out. Let's see here. So it looks like right where the road goes straight, so right about here. Okay, a little bit further, so yeah, right about here. So that kind of gives me being the marker, that's the edge of our property going back there. So let's go ahead. We're gonna put this down here. We first change the roof color a little bit there. Perfect. And I don't want to. I'm kind of rethinking the house location. All right, house is gonna be moved. try this again. There we go. All right, so all right, we can cut down the trees. I think right about here. Yeah, right about there. We want to customize the fence. Yes, we do. All right, where's our starting point? Okay, perfect. All right, I'm going to press that. Is it the F? Nope, it's not the F5. It's, nope. F4. A little helpful thing for making sure we're going in straight lines and all that. All right, let me get this to right here. Get that to right there. I'm totally messing up with Zach's erosion by doing it this way, but hey, you know what? It's all good. It's all good. Okay, I'm standing down there, so let's bring it to right about here. Alright, so I don't own the land's right here. So we're going to bring it back a little bit to right there. Just kind of follow this line up a ways here. Still not necessarily easy to follow that line. And Goldie, if you're watching, see, you can do this whole thing here where you can move around, look around at different angles. I'm so wrong, so wrong. All right, so let's turn off the erosion view here. So what I'm gonna do is our endpoint's right there, so I'm going to like slowly curve this around like so, and then slowly curve that back to there. I guess I didn't get all the way to the... What? Am I not at the... Yeah, Zach, I'm still baffled by that. Like, how? Like, okay, I think there it goes. For some reason, I had to come at a weird angle on this one. Do I want to plant the meadow for new? I don't want to plant it. I mean, it's fun. We already have grass. There's no point in planting it. Speaking of that, need to do some landscaping around this part. I also need to grab a chainsaw. I need to cut down a tree. Or 2 or 3. Uh-oh. Well, that's not good. Oh no. I'll also let Celobuk, you know, that all the foliage, the grass stuff's all missing. All I have is just, so I will have to let Celobuki know that. In fact, I'll take a snip of the live and send that. So Celobuki, this is the only options we have in plants. So I'll send, yeah. So I'm gonna take a snip of that and then I'll send that over. So I can't do any grass texture. Oh no. Well, that's not good. So let's pretend there's grass there. I'll poke around the XML and see if I can fix that before the next stream, but and I'll let Celobuk, you know. Because that's an easy oversight to do. Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things, like, I didn't even think to, like, just like, why didn't you say anything? Well, I didn't think that needed to be stated. I was like, I just kind of assumed you did it by choice. Let's pick up a chainsaw here real quick. All right, so let me see. Yeah, this tree, I like having a tree here. We'll probably put one down, but for now it has to go because we need access to this door. And of course, the one that's coming through the cement has to go. So let me just open up all the doors. Oh, and the one inside has to go too. There we go. For some reason, it was having trouble finding it. All right, I think that's it for trees. We finished opening up the rest of these doors here. All right, I think we're good there. So this is actually designed for doing, so it has a milking parlor too, but it looks like I can change it from milking over. Oh yeah, I can. So I can change it. That's pretty cool. So this one here, you can change it except where, hey, we're doing goats, milking, or I can change it over to, nope, we're doing wool. So yeah, that's pretty awesome. Just probably turn on the lights. All right. I think this is the feed area, possibly. This is for the bell storage trigger for that. Do any of these open? They do not. Okay. All right, so given where the door, we know where the doors are. Let me let's go and put our house back down now. And I'm gonna go with the log cabin again. And I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna stick it right here. I think right about there should do it. All right, perfect. All right, so we have a house, we have our shed. Now we're not gonna be able to sleep in the house, so let me go to farmhouses. We're gonna need to put down something to sleep in until we build the house. You know what? I think this will work. I was thinking about, like, should I get a little RV or like a travel trailer to sleep in, but I think this will just work fine. Just kind of put that right there, like so. That way we have a little portable mobile home right there we can use. All right, and we're gonna need a shed. So I think for shed wise, let's just scroll through here. So I think starting out, we're gonna have to go. I'm gonna try just for one shed. So I want to see if I can find the right shed. 'Cause we don't have a lot of space. I mean, it's pretty much this area here. We could build down here a little bit, but I kind of really don't want to do that right now. I'm trying to think, what are we gonna need? Actually, before we build the shed, let's see what equipment we're gonna need. That would probably be the smart way to do this. So we're just doing sheep. So all we need is grass. We don't have to even worry about making hay. So we're gonna need a tractor. It doesn't have to be anything super fancy. We're gonna need some with a mower. So let's start with the mower so that we get our horsepower requirements out of the way. And again, nothing too fancy. I think the Batwing is going to be our probably best bet for cost and just ease of use and functionality. So we're gonna go with that one, I believe, and we're gonna turn off plates. There we go. All right, so let's get this one here. So it's gonna be 41,000. Has a 125 horsepower requirements. Now for picking up the grass, we're gonna need a baler. Let me see here. So 235. So those are all expensive. I'm kind of looking at horsepower. So 225, 285, 300, 270. because I really don't want to do the small baby bales. That just... So that one kind of looks like it has the least amount of horsepower requirements. Again, I don't want to do the baby bells. That would just be ridiculous. All right, let's do... Yeah, I think this is the one to do. So it's probably gonna be that one. Actually, let's check the round beller. So this is 225 horsepower. I was kind of leaning towards the square beller just for ease, because if we're only doing square bells, those would be the easiest. Although round beller takes a lot less horsepower. 225. So that's 150 horsepower, but it's only the smallest bells. 125 horsepower. I think this is the option. This is the best option right here. Yep, this is the one. $86,000, 125 horsepower. You know, the handbells, yes. I know they are fun. I just don't want to do those. What's this? Start off with empty. All right, let's get the... Actually, no, wait, that part of the beller is usually the chrome yellow, right? Yeah. All right, there we go. Perfect. All right, let's get this. All right, so we're at 125 horsepower for that. The mower was also 125 horsepower. So I think our tractor options are going to be pretty wide open. I think we're going to go with small tractors. Because we only need 120. Well, I want to shoot for between 150 and 200 horsepower. We can get by with 140. I'm just trying to check all these out here. So we could probably get by with 150, but like that 125, that's just not going to be enough. Ooh. I know. I kind of want to try that hand belling at some point, just, you know, for fun, but no. Alright, so this one is 87,000, go up to 239 horsepower, but so we could probably hit that sweet spot there. This one goes up to 160 horsepower. Let's just see what the options are on this one. Alright, so for 160 horsepower, we don't have any type of front weight though option, which that might become important. Alright, so 135, 214, 239. So you can go with the middle one and be right in the sweet spot there. No, I don't need floats. Okay, we have a. You can get a front weight for this one. I think this is the best option right here. So let's get this. Let's go and purchase that. All right, so we have a tractor. We have our mower. We need a fertilize spreader. Let's see. This is so this does 22 meter working width, but it's 196,000. So yep, you just need something simple. I'm gonna go with this one here. Yeah. Oh, let's just go with the standard capacity. All right, so let's go ahead and buy that. And now that we bought some stuff, I should have checked to see if there was anything on sale. There's a tractor on sale. That probably would have been better. Oh my gosh. Oopsie. There's another tractor on sale. That would have done the job. We don't need a trailer right now. We do need a bell trailer. We're gonna need a truck. And that's the truck, yeah, let's... Oh, we can get this for loading bells. Oh my gosh. So, total failure on my part. Should have totally checked the cells. Oh my god. Oh. So if you want an epic fail of how to do things ass backwards, I'm just gonna, yeah, facepalm, facepalm, facepalm. Oh my gosh. Fail, fail, fail. Alright, so let's get a truck. Start there. Alright, it's 450 horsepower. Wait, this is a Ford. Why do we have... Oh, you know what? We're American dualies! What the heck is... What's going on with that? What? Oh, yuck. I'm really not liking the wheel options here. Okay, bumper lights, cab lights, amber. Okay. Their brake light, tail lights. I'm gonna go stock on those. Just wanna see, do we have... I'm kind of worried about is where's the Oh, there it is. It's like, where's the dual option? That I have dually wheels. I need dually. Ooh, flatbed. Dualies where I want to go. Yeah. All right. So let's go back up here to these options, because I was like, man, the dually thing is messing with my head. All right, so we got tail light stock badges. Hey, I'm gonna go, most of these I'm gonna go stock, light tint, yes, side step. Let's do tube steps. Or stock. So stock. We're gonna do a lot of stock. Let's go stock. Mud flaps. It's not. All right, so go through all these options. It's a lot of options. I mean, that's a cool one. Console stuff, Starlink. Let's go all. Although the Starlink, this is mounted on the glass. Okay. Okay. Maybe go with that option. Yeah, that's better. Okay. I'm figuring this out here, okay? Alright. DRW. Dually is the lawn bed. Okay, we got that. I got somewhere I have a... Yeah, I do. Let's check. Yeah. All right. Design color. I think let's go with a dark gray. Let's try black. I think that needs to be the same color. Yeah, we're gonna go with the same color. All right. What's design? Design is the top. Okay, this is supposed to be chrome, but it's showing up as white. And that's... So I think their chrome is not chrome. I think this may not be a good mod version. I need to read down. You know what? They do have new versions, so I'll have to re-download that after I done all the configurations. All right, let's get the other stuff. I got solely sidetracked. We need a truck. I'm gonna go with the one I always get. Let's see. Let's just go down here. I know it's good quality truck. Let's get that one there. Headache racks. Yes. Got that. Clearance lights, warning lights. There we go. All hitches, standard. Let's grab our front winch. We got our colors. Alright, let's go and buy that. Alright. Oh, I saw there was a trailer here. We can use this for hauling bales. Tri-axle, round bales, machinery, square bales. Alright, so the tension belt configuration is set up for, I'm not sure what the difference is on that, but I like that auto load box better, so let's go with that one. We can always change it afterwards. I got that hitched so that way we can use it on both the truck and the tractor. Let's see. All right, do you think we should get the Merlot or a skid steer for loading bells? I'm kind of leaning towards getting a Merlot, just so we can. This will pull the trailer. I think this is the better option. It's more expensive, but still on sale. Well, actually, wait, is it more expensive? So it's $27,000 versus $59,000, so it's a little more, but not a whole lot more. All right, so let's get some rear weights on there so we don't have good weight in the back. Let me see, door mode. All right, there we go. Let's get that. All right, let's head over here to the dealership because we've bought a lot of stuff. I'm not sure how much spawn out space there is there, if we've taken it all or not. I think there's quite a bit of space for spawning out stuff, so. Oh yeah, we're good, we're good. Alright, so let's do this. Let's hop in here in the Ford. And the reason I'm buying the equipment before getting the shed is I want to see like how much shed storage space are we going to need? Because that would definitely be a determining factor. Because yeah. All right, so let's take this back over to the farm here. Oh, I'm just gonna pull in the entrance area here. This right here. Alright, so let's just take a look here what we got. So we have our mower, our baler, we have the fertilizer spreader, we got our Merlot. We're gonna also need for the talon, we're gonna need something to pick up the bells. I think this is the one to get here. I'll go ahead and get these running so I do have the realistic vehicle mod there, where if you start driving too quickly before the engine's warmed up, it's gonna open the door there, get our bell spike, there we go. Alright, trying to think, what else are we gonna need for the grass? Let's see. We're gonna need, so we have our baler, mower. We're gonna produce more bells, so we're gonna have animals. So we're also going to need a bell wrapper, I think. That way we can make some money from silage. So what size bell was that? Actually, let's look in our garage. So 180. So we need something that does the wraps up to 180. This one does up to 180, that one does 150, 150. I don't want to do the sausage. Making the sausage is fun, especially if you get it like really big sausage. But I think this is probably the one to use here. So let's go ahead and buy that. All right, I think we got everything we're gonna need. Oh, burning their front weight. Yes, front weight for the tractor. Let's just go with this one here. It's the same brand. That's the whole reason I went with that one. Same brand as the tractor. Even though, as we know now, there was probably better options for tractors in the cells. Just because I'm special, I'm smart. Yep, that's me. Alright, so there we go. Alright, so we have our equipment, so we kind of know how much storage space we're going to need. While we're here, let's just go ahead and fill this up real quick. I'm gonna do that one. Yep. All right, so let's go back to our construction menu here. So we're gonna need. The reason I wanted to do this because I was like, hey, we have this the workshop here, which has some space, and we also gives us a workshop. I don't think everything would fit in there. So that's the reason I wanted to check that. And we might end up doing a case of where we have two sheds. I don't know. I was kind of trying to avoid that. You know what? I just had an idea here. I did. I think it's a good idea. All right, so we're gonna get this shed. Let's get our solar panels on it. All right, let me head over here. The only reason we're doing that shed is this one I think has living quarters on it. Let's get this opened up here. So we have a workshop. Okay, this tree is gonna have to go. Found it. All right, so we have our workshop area here. Let's get rid of this tree too. Oh, this has a pass through. Oh, okay. I didn't realize I had a path. You know what? This still works. Actually, we can keep that tree there. Okay. I mean, it still works. It's just, I think I need to bring that forward a little bit because of the pull-through area. I think it needs to be brought forward a little bit. So let's go right about here, I think. Yeah, right about there. All right, so let's open these doors back up here. Let's turn the lights on. So we have storage here, so we can put some pallets in there as well. That's awesome. We have a workshop trigger here as well. Let me open these doors up. And in addition to that, we have a little area here. So we got our bathroom, wardrobe, and a sleep trigger. So you have a place here where we can sleep. All right, so that works there. What that means is we can get rid of this. And then just put down another shed. And nothing like right about this area here. Nothing too fancy. I say that. Will I follow through on that? Well, we don't know. That is the question. Will I follow through? Let's see, what color options do we have? So that's tempting. All right, so let me just think about this here. So when coming out of there, I'm kind of liking it. I'm kind of digging it. Let's just check the open these doors up and see what we have. I mean, I kind of dig it. This is kind of something I would expect to find on a farm in this area. Or waiting for a cabin to build. We have a place to live. I think this is enough storage space. Turn on super strength. Let's get rid of this tree here real quick. If I can find it. There we go. I found it. Okay, this tree's gonna have to go too. There we go. These small trees are sometimes a little hard to find. Alright, so now here's the part where my plans are a little thwarted by the landscaping issue. I wanted to do landscaping, but as we kind of saw at the very beginning there, and I'll let Celobuk know, like, hey, none of the plants' foliage stuff is available. Can't put down grass and all that, which I'm just pretty sure is an easy XML edit. Some I might even be able to do if I poke around in it a little bit. But it kind of makes it a little challenging as far as when I start landscaping, I want to put grass down, but I can't. So what we're going to do is we'll do the painting part of the landscaping. And we'll have to kind of just pretend there is grass down. And then maybe between now and the next time I'm live, Celobuk might have an update for that, or I might have figured out how to fix it as well. But so in the meantime, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to kind of just fill in this part here. Alright, this part here in between is going to be all grass. Just paint all this down here. Same with all of this back here. And so what I'm going to do here is kind of like, hey, whenever I do a pass, I like to do, layer it, layer the road. That way it just makes it look a little better, in my opinion. So let's come out there like so. It'd be better if I already had grass, but we don't. So we're gonna deal with it. We're gonna deal with it. Oh, well, how I did this, that tree's going to be in the way, which is fine. Alright, so for this part here, I'm going to kind of angle that around there. And this one's going to angle around to there. Alright, let's go back to our grass part, and we're gonna fill in the edges around here with grass. Like so. This here will all be grass as well, and I really hate that Giants really messed up the texture painting. Like, seriously, please fix it, Giants. It's been months since you broke it. So, you know, stream is not complete without me complaining about Giants a little bit. Didn't quite go all the way up to that edge there, so there we go. Alright, so we got that area all done. Let's kind of do that there. Let's paint all this in here. Actually, no, we're using a darker gravel. I'm using the wrong one. Is it this one? It is this one. Okay. I was using the wrong gravel. My bad, my bad. Okay, this is... Let's just take all that out there. All right, I think I got this part here. Now let's paint this. Oops, I went a little too far on that one. The gravel, there it is. It's a little hard sometimes on the edge of the map too to do the type of painting you want to do, because you got to deal with the edge of the map angles, which are a bit tricky at times. All right, here we go. All right, so we have that there.
I don't wanna be without you. This is something that I know for sure. It's just something about you. I just want more. Tell me what you wanna do right now. Tell me what you wanna do tonight.
Let me see. I'm trying to think. It's really hard to do decorating without being able to paint grass. I ain't gonna lie, it's challenging. It is so challenging. All right. Okay, you know, this other tree needs to go away too. No, that was not what I wanted to do. This is what I wanted to do. Yeah, let's get rid of that. There we go. All right. So we're going to pretend there's grass in those areas there. And I'm also going to pretend that there will be, when I figure that grass part out, there'll be grass over this area here in the middle. Like so. There we go. Okay, around the house part, I can't really do the landscaping around that till it's built. But as far as the rest of this, I can totally do this part here. So we're gonna have grass there. Let's grab this. Like so. Then coming, I'm gonna say it just like that, like so. You know what? Actually, I want to use this. I like this one better. It's gonna be by the house. We want to have the good quality grass there. All right, so that part's gonna be grass there. Coming out of here. It's gonna be that, and we're gonna do, I did the wrong gravel again. It's supposed to be this one. Same here. Let's get this painted in like so. Alright, so for now I'm just gonna put all this in like so. Let's just go over here and then come back so all the blockiness texture crap that Giants does is gone. There we go. Alright, so we have our path coming out of the back here. Let's see. I got a little too close on that there, on that part. It's fine. Just come through here like so. And let's grab our gravel. Hey, I got the right one this time. Let's get our second path going here, like so. Yeah, see, I knew I got too close. I totally did. Alright, let's zoom out from that a little bit. Come back so the blockiness can go away. So we can see what we're working with. Alright. Let's just go along this edge here. Bring it into right there. Perfect. Do the same on the other one. Paint this in like so. All right, there we go. So we got a path coming out from around there. We're gonna have our house there. Got our shed here. This will all be a bunch of painted in grass area. Let's see, we're gonna need a couple of trees though. Alright, let's get rid of these small trees for now. Alright, let's make sure I have super strength mode on. There we go. Get rid of this one. And this one. Alright, we need to plant some trees. So I think that one's perfect for right there. So let's go ahead and put that down there. And put another one of those down right here. Okay. Now, this is where it gets to be a little tricky here. Let me see. I think I have this decoration pack added. Let's find out. I did have it, but I'm not seeing it. Curbstone, fence pack, low curbstone. You know what? I think we're gonna wing it here. Let's zoom in here. So we're gonna have a straight line to right about let's hit that little button there. Make sure we have a straight line. All right, so gotta totally ruin the erosion again. That should be about right there. And right there. Okay, to right there. We got it. We got it. And there we go. All right. So this area here, you know what? Wasn't exactly perfect, but it works. I can make it work, especially once I can put down some, you know, grass and stuff. It'll look better. And then around the outside edge of this, what I'm gonna do is let's put this down here. So make that a little bit thicker. So my plan is this outside edge will also have grass in it as well. Just it'll be the short grass. Again, once I fix that. And let's just go down here like so. Paint that in. Paint that in. There we go. We got it. Alright, so let's go back here. So what I wanted to do is I wanted to put a tree here in the middle. Just trying to see what options do we have. Scotch pine. Could be an oak. Could be something like that too. Let's see. Ooh, that might look good. Just keep going through these here. Actually, that might be the perfect one. Let me double check a couple more of these. Nope. I already know that one's a no. We already have a couple. Yeah, I think it was this. Yeah, this one here. So this is the one I think is perfect for this. So let's stick that more or less in the middle of that, like so. There we go. Perfect. Alright, so we're gonna need some more trees as well. We're gonna need something along here, is just kind of fill in the area between the farm and the road a little bit. Some bigger trees. You see, and let's get some of these smaller ones as well to kind of fill this area in here as well. think we're kind of good. The only thing really missing is the grass. Alright, so all that down. I think our next major thing here is let's get our equipment part here. So for now, I'm gonna pull this up over here. We're gonna hop over to our you know, let's hop over to the telehandler. This thing's driving weird. Is that because of the trailer, or is that because of something wrong with the mod? I'm wondering. Like, why is it cornering like that? I think it might be because it's halt. We'll find out here once I get the mower over to the farm. We'll detach it and see if it's still cornering like that, because that's a bit weird. Like, taking a corner throws the wheels up in the air. Okay, big question is, what shed is this going to go into? Okay, so it looks like it will fit in there. Alright, let's see if we can back this in here like so. Perfect, right there. All right, let me just pull out here. Now I want to see. So whenever that's not right. So let's check and see. I wonder if it's because of how much weight's on the back. Let's lower that down to like 900. Maybe it was just too much weight on the back. That was it. That was it. It was too much weight. Alright. Alright, so I'm gonna do is I'm gonna park this. We're gonna park this in here, because this will be pretty much where this thing's gonna be living at. Is taking the bells and giving them to the sheep. That's where this thing's gonna live. So we're just gonna park this right here, a little bit away from the wall there. Right there. Actually, there we go. It was gonna bug me that the forks were up in here a little bit too much. Alright, so minus the grass texture, we're good on the farm. It's gonna bug me. I want to put like plants and stuff down, but we can't. We'll get there though. We'll get there. Alright, let's head back here. We have our tractor and our baler. Alright, let's get our baler. We're going to head that over there and park it. I think this we're going to park in the same barn as the other one. Again, if you have not already, be sure and hit that like. There's also, I have a link up there to my Kick site. I just started streaming there on Kick, so if you want to go over and check it out, be hugely appreciated. trying to kind of build up that a little bit. Oops. Let's back this up a little bit. Alright, baler is parked and ready to go. Let's head back. And yes, I know the proper way to do this is we have that trailer, as we would have loaded the equipment up on the trailer and drove it back, but hey, you know what? We're not about doing this the proper way. Go ahead, cut me off. Alright, let's grab our next piece of equipment over here. And we'll get this back to the farm. I think, yeah, the bell wrapper and... Oh, it's the bell wrapper and the fertilizer spreader. We're just gonna hop the curb here. Okay, speaking of fertilizer spreader, I kind of realizing there was one thing I forgot to get. We're gonna need some place to buy fertilizer spreader. I mean, not buy fertilizer for the fertilizer spreader. Oh my gosh, it's the weekend. I'm not too worried about fuel because there's a gas station right here. That probably would be a good idea to have a fuel. Yeah, that's probably a good idea. Let's start with the fertilizer. You know, I'm gonna use these. We're gonna use them. All right. I was trying to think, where am I gonna put these? All right, let me get these. Is this the bigger one? Oh, it's 30,000. Well, this is the, so that's 40,000. This, yeah, we want this one here. All right. Put it on free mode. Then what we want to do here is I want to put this against the wall. So I'm gonna park the fertilizer spreader back there. I think right there is good. I think that's good. We're gonna find out here in a moment. Let's head back to the farm. We're gonna cut through here. We're gonna hop the curb. Take a little bit of a shortcut. There's no curb there. We're gonna cut through the grass area. Sorry, school bus, I'm cutting you off. Oops. Oh, school bus is following us. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Alright, so what I want to do is I want to make sure, did I give myself enough room to back in there with those? I think I did. Actually, before we buy the fertilizer, let's just make sure. I'm kind of wondering now. No. I mean, yes, there's enough room, but not quite. I can give myself more. So let's sell those. And let's get them again. And we're just gonna move these a little bit more forward, like so. So right about there. All right, that's about. I think that just might be perfect. Oh yeah, that's perfect. All right, let's go ahead. Let's buy that. $770,000. Let's go ahead, fill that up there. Just want to make sure yeah, we're good on the front. Let's make sure our front weight is big enough, and it is. Let's drop that down there. All right, one more thing to head back and grab, and that is the bell wrapper. So let's grab that real quick. And we're having to make these chips because I didn't use the store deliveries. Because, you know, hey, I'm going for I'm trying to pull a Goldie here and go for hand-to-face moments of just making mistakes. And, you know, kind of take the lead from Gold Gaming. As in, hey, I didn't check sales because there's a lot of the equipment we needed was in sales. Oh well, what's done is done. All right, let's see, bell wrap. We're gonna go with, let's go with the G-Wrap orange. Yeah, let's do it. All right, let's take this back over to the farm. We'll get it parked, and I think we'll have all the equipment. I'm not thinking there's gonna be anything else we're gonna need, because we're just doing grass work for now, starting out. And once we get some grass work done, then we can get some sheep and all that. All right, so this, I don't think it's gonna fit underneath here. Oh, actually it does fit. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I've done a thing. That's not good. No! Alright. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, I've done it now. What was I thinking? I mean, come on, it's like I knew this wasn't gonna fit. I still decided, like, oh, let's just drive through, see what happens. Alright, so that's not going underneath there. It just ain't. It's not gonna go there. I know what is gonna go there, but it's not this. So for this though, I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna park this in here. This is a big enough area to where I think we can do this. Nope, that's not what I meant to do. My gosh, I was looking the wrong way. This is what I meant to do. I just got backwards because I was looking at it from the wrong angle. Alright, there we go. Alright, so that's going to park there. And for now, I think our tractor is... We're going to park the tractor in here. Let's just back this in here. Close those doors up there. And for now, let's go ahead and close up some of these doors. I'm gonna leave those open and these open. Okay, so this trailer here, what we're gonna do is I'm gonna pull through here. I don't think we're gonna actually before we park it here, I want to take this around. I want to see. So I'm gonna kind of leave that area open for future stuff. I think this will fit in here perfectly. Oh yeah, that's a perfect fit right there. Alright, so that's where that's going to go. And for now, we're going to park our truck right here. Because, actually, if I'm pulling through there with the tractor... Well, actually, that's going to be... That's perfect. Let's go ahead and close these doors here. Alright, so yeah, we've got our farm built here. The major thing is we don't have the the stuff. Alright, so I'm gonna do here real quick. So we need I want to get the first stage going. So we need 1,000 wood beams, 1,000 plank lawn, and 1,000 planks. We're just gonna cheat those in real quick. Wait, what was that? That was. Wood beams. Just find those in the. There's planks, lawn, and wood beams. Alright, so we got our 3 items there, so that's gonna get the first stage going there. Then we'll continue on with building that throughout in the future. So yeah, there we go. So we got that going there. Oh yeah, this I thought I got rid of this tree. My bad. All right, so there we go. Let's get rid of this tree here real quick. All right, so we have the beginning stages of our farm, and again, I'll shoot Celobuk a message about like on the grass. We can't, and I'm sure it's just a simple XML thing. And I could probably look in there and see it real fast. I just didn't think to do it before going live because, you know, hey, why not? And I think this right here was me because I did a bunch of smoothing beforehand. So I'm pretty sure that part is all me because I did, to get rid of the hills, I did some smoothing. So let's just do this here real quick. There we go. There'll be grass there, so that'll be all good to go. Alright, so I think we could pretty much have our farm at a starting point here. We have our shed, we got all of the equipment that I think we're gonna need. Can't do the grass texture painting there. So that would be so hopefully I can fix that pretty easily, where we can be able to use grass. Again, I'm gonna message Celobuk about that there. Hey, thanks for the follow there. Oh yeah, so also I think is it Olowath? Yeah, I can add you in Discord also if you want. I do have a pinned comment there with my link tree, which has my Discord link on there as well. So if you want to check that out there as well. So the house construction's going. Let's just check our grass field over here. I'm gonna hop over this real quick. So this is still growing, so we can't do anything with this grass right now. So let's hop over there. So I think what I'm going to do is, I said part of this is we're going to make it of a challenge. So what we're going to do is take out a loan. I spent a lot less building this than I thought I would. So it's saying our max amount is $1 million. We're not going to do $1 million. I think we're going to do about 600,000 though. And let's see. If I do 25 years, that's 3,000 a month. I think that's a good amount. We're going to have a lot of interest payments on it, but I think that's good. So 600,000 over 25-year loan, 3,000 a month. We'll end up paying 895,000. That's good. All right, and then I'm going to go in here real quick. And we're going to adjust, actually how much, so 5723. So what I'm going to do is go in here real quick. We're going to set our amount in the bank to 105,753. And that should get us there. Yep, there we go. All right. So we have 105,000, and my plan with that is, as we kind of progress forward in time, gotta make sure we make our payments, buy anything we're gonna need, because we're gonna need to buy stuff to build the house, and then also make sure we can make our monthly payments as well on the loan. And I do eventually, because we are starting off right here, I do want to at some point pick up this and this. We'll probably go for 33 first, which is the maple vineyard or maple farm. That's $436,000. This field here is $368,000. So there's a lot of money we have to make to get that. Now let me see, as far as our difficulty settings, where we're at. I think to keep things moving along, I really like doing hard, but I think to keep things moving along, we'll do normal difficulty. Crop destruction on, plowing yes, fieldstone, nobody wants to do fieldstones. Limestone or lime, whatever. Limes. Weeds, we'll go ahead and turn that on. Disaster destruction, we'll put it enabled. See dirt, kiss, yes, I think on this we're all good. So yeah, so let's save that there. And I think our next step is we just need to move on to the next month so that we can start hopefully working the grass. So let's go ahead, sleep to the next month. I think we might have to sleep 2 months. And we might have to do some contracts. It's going to be very likely, actually. Yeah, I mean, we can harvest the grass, but if you want to get the max yield on this, we're going to need to wait another month. So let's see here. Let's see what contracts we can do, and maybe we can. Cause we're gonna need definitely make sure we're making money. So we have so we can wrap belts. So this one here, this is the kind of we could do with our own equipment. It's gonna pay us $21,000, which is awesome. Just wrapping bells. It's probably a lot of bells. We could do fertilizer because we do have a fertilizer spreader. Actually, I just realized we have. Let me check the settings on this because I think we might have. There it is, contract boost. I want to put this down to normal there. Okay, there we go. I was like, oh, there's a boost on. That seems like a little high on some of those contracts. So let's fix that. And hey, you're getting to see how we set things up. All right, there we go. That's better. So we're still gonna. I'm still gonna do this contract here. So let's go ahead and accept that contract. It's square bells. Our wrapper does do square bells, so we're good on that one. So let's farm 14. And if I remember looking at the map, that should be down here, over here. All right, so it's just gonna be down the road from where we are. So let's our bell wrappers in here. So let's hop on our tractor here. And actually, you know what? We're gonna make this a little more interesting. It's like 105,000. That's just a little too much. So what we're gonna do here is, so we have 105,483. Just to make this more challenging, because I'm totally making this up as we go. So let's drop that down to 15,3. There we go. So yeah, that'll give us that way. That's gonna force us where we're gonna have to do contracts. So again, our monthly finance payment on our loan is $3,500. So contracts are gonna be we're gonna have to do. Make this really challenging. I mean, we could put it on hard difficulty, but again, I do want to keep things moving along here. So. Alright, so let's head down here. And as we're heading down there, I'm like, man, I kind of want to do some more decorating. Not having the grass is like really like making it hard to do the decorating, so we will probably have to do more decorating after I fix that grass part. Let me see. I'm looking for. let's put one there, one there, just in case, you know, when you're pulling a NAND, you want to be able to see like, oh hey, there's something there. So that way you just don't drive into it, you know. I could see it happening. Alright, so let's get out here on the road and go wrap some bales, make that money to cover. So that will cover a couple months worth of payments. So it's a good deal for us. And thinking about this now, what I should have done. Actually, we're gonna do it. We're gonna do this right. We're gonna do it right. We're gonna do it right. Let's head back over here to the farm. We're gonna load this onto the trailer and then drive down there the way you're supposed to. So let's hop in our truck here. We're gonna pull around. We'll grab our flatbed trailer here, and then we'll just drive that equipment up onto the trailer and get those bales wrapped. The only reason I wanted to try this is just I just want to make sure, like, hey, will this even fit on this flatbed? I'm not sure if it's too wide or not, and I kind of wanted to test it. You know what? What? Oh. There we go. I was confusing myself. I was like, wait, I'm in the truck. No, I was not in the truck. I was in the tractor. I was trying to attach the straps and they weren't. I was like, what's going on? Then I looked up and like, oh wait, I'm still in the tractor. I'm having difficulties today, evidently. Let's put on our blinkety blinkety lights. Let's see, we'll turn our, I'm gonna set the cruise control at 35 because that's a good speed, I think. Alright, now the field we're going to is gonna be way down there, so okay, I know where that one is. That's over by the animal dealer, I think. Yes, okay, yeah, that's on the road going into the animal dealer. Let's up our speed, our miles per hour a little bit. Let's go up to 40. There we go. So the road going over to the animal dealer is going to be just up there where all those silos are, cutting across where the train is right now, actually. In the distance there. Alright, so here's our road up here. We're gonna take it right here. And we got all of our bells here, so let's pull in here in this little dirt road here. And I'm just gonna pull off to the side. Let's get our ramps out, unstrap everything, and we're all good there. Let's back this up, hopefully without any incidences, because my backing up skills earlier were a little questionable. Alright, unfold that. Alright, there we go. So let's get all of these bells wrapped here. I think we have a bunch. Yeah, we have a bunch. Uh-oh. I have a button conflict. Turn on automatic drop. There we go. Auto drive was conflicting there a little bit. Alright, so this won't take too long. We'll just bust this out here pretty quick. I mean, there's a bunch of bells, but we can bust this out in no time at all. And if anybody wants to check out my stream over there on Kick as well, if you want to hit that exclamation point Kick, it will give you a link in the chat there to check it out as well. Just started streaming on that platform just a little bit ago. Just want to try and cover all the different platforms: Twitch, YouTube, and okay. Diversify a little bit. Oh, brakes. These ones are pretty lined up. There we go. I'll save that last row up there for the very end, so. What I like about this bell wrapper is it goes a little bit faster than the base game ones. I kind of like that. Besides doing the bigger bells, it also goes faster. It's a win-win. Let's grab these two here real quick. Oh, whoops. I just flung a bell. We're gonna use a little Superman strength here and bring that back up over here. I don't know if it matters if it stays on the field or not, but just to be safe. Alright, let's continue on getting the rest of these bells. Yeah, there's actually not too many, not too bad, not too bad. I mean, yeah, there's quite a few bells, but this is not a bad job to do. Pays good, and we can do. It's a job that we can do pretty quickly. So kind of a win-win there on that. Just a few more left, and then we'll be all done with these. I did just realize something here as I was going along, that I was messing with some stuff, and I particularly the density of the grass, and I think I pushed it up a little too much because I am noticing some frame rate drops here a little bit. So I might have to raise that up a little bit. I might have gotten a little too dense on the grass, at least for how unoptimized Giants is. Let's grab that, and this next bell here. And get these 3 bells, and there's a last little row down there by where we started. Then we will be all done with these. This field, this contract. Go, and then our last little stretch over here, and we got it. Easy peasy. Uh-oh. I saw a bell fly. Where did it fly to? Isn't there already one there? Oh well. Maybe that was it. Maybe it didn't fly that far. Of course, someday I have this hope that Giants is going to fix bell physics. They did improve from FS25, but there's still a lot to be desired. I have a feeling it won't be until the next game. Alright. Contract is finished. So to get this folded up here, we'll get this loaded back onto our trailer. Come on. There we go. Oh my goodness. Alright. Everything's strapped down. We're good to go there. Alright, so let's hop in the contract menu here. Let's collect our money. So it's 14,525. Mission was collected. All right. Oh my, look at this. We're gonna grab this one because it's right next to our farm. It's, well, basically we're heading back there anyway, and it's another bell wrapping. So, yeah, why wouldn't we? So let's go ahead and accept that contract. So we're gonna make good money. Actually, you know what? We can just take this road here, because this road does loop around and comes back into the main road. So let's just follow this. It's, you know, I love this map because just the sceneries, the way the landscaping's done, you know, the what's the word, ground undulations and stuff. Like, it just has, you know, it's not flat, but it's not like overly hilly. It's just like a perfect amount of everything. And on top of that, it's, you know, the map has just all kinds of stuff. Like we did it in the previous tours, all the different productions and the way they're customized and everything is absolutely awesome. Now, one thing I did almost think about doing, actually I'm gonna stop here for a second because I just realized, let's go inside. Yeah, it's not open. We need to open our sunroof. Yeah. Get our mirrors all the way out there. There we go. All right, we're good to go. But yes, I mean, like this map is definitely one of my favorites, just for a lot of various reasons. A lot of those being the reasons I just stated there. Like, it has a lot of, and this map I think is a vast. I mean, it was great in FS22, but I think this is so much better in FS25. And I know Celobuk has more plans for it. He's working on more stuff for it, and yeah, it's going to be an epic map. And it already is. It's going to be even more. Has me excited for this map. Alright, so we're going to... So yeah, we can just unload this at our farmyard and go right next door and take care of that field and make more money. I think we may put it on hard. Of course, no, but we'll leave it on normal difficulty. So I keep thinking like, oh yeah, but then I kept thinking like, oh yeah, we have the $600,000 loan, and the next pieces of land we want to buy are what was it, like 400 or 450? It's a lot of money. So it seems like we're making a lot of money, but in farming world, this is not. Because everything is exponentially expensive in farming. Alright, so let's just circle around here real quick. And what I'm going to do is just do this. Let's lower those ramps down. Let's back this off carefully. So I did kind of go up there on an angle a little bit. Alright, let's just park that there for a moment. Alright, let's go ahead. We're gonna loop around here. We're gonna need some space. I'm gonna loop through here through the trees a little bit. And we'll get this parked in here like so. But, you know, I'm going to detach it, but I'm just gonna leave the truck there. So in most cases when we use the truck, it's gonna be for hauling that trailer. So let's just leave it there for now. Man, I wish I could get some. I wish I could keep like let me keep one of these mals. But nope. That was one of the little exploits I did like in FS22, which they fixed that in FS25. Although contracts were still kind of broken, and without the mod from Gaming Joy, contracts would still be broken. Especially with precision farming, because I don't know what it is, but giants, man, giants. they don't have a QA department. And if they do, then oh, that's embarrassing. Alright, let's grab these over here, then we'll kind of do our rows and everything here. And we'll just go our straight line. Well, yeah, these kind of straight line paths like this. Whoops. Get this fill done. Make some money. Make a payday, hopefully. So I think the money for all the money that we're going to be making for now, I think we're going to focus all of that on just saving it. I don't think we'll pay down the loan at all, because right now we need to save it, because in the next month we're going to be able to mow our grass field, and then once that happens, we're going to buy some sheep, so there's going to be a lot of expenditures with that. I think I'm just trying to think about this. I think for now we'll just stick with sheep. We might do some goats down the road as well, but if I remember correctly on the money wise, there's more money from wool than there was from goat milk, I think, if I remember correctly. I'll also look at my spreadsheet on that. But yes, I mean, we're gonna have to buy some of those. We'll buy some adults. We'll also buy some babies just to save money. But the problem is the babies are not going to produce the wool yet, but that's okay. They will grow. It'll help us not spend too much. And depending how many bells we get from our grass field, we may wrap some of those to make some silage to make some more money. But we'll have to kind of play that by ear, see where we're at. Because the major thing is, if we're mowing our field in October, our next mowing we're going to be able to do is going to be like probably April, maybe March, but most likely April, because the field will start growing again. Yeah, these are the orange, flavored. If you ever used those orange flavored marshmallows for fishing, this is how we make those. The orange colored marshmallows for fishing. I don't know if they still have those. I just remember those when I was a little kid. I'm thinking about this. I'm not playing with precision farming, so I think a grass roller would be a huge investment. I mean, a really good investment too, because we'll get a faster growth, an extra mowing every year, and it'll give us a free. Basically gives us basically free fertilizer. So we'll save money on our grass field. But yeah, we're gonna have to get a grass roller. Hey, Plowboy, how are you doing today? How is your weekend? Oh, brakes. Oops. As I run into a bale. see here. Let's get the rest of these done. So this is a little. There's still quite a few. All right, let's loop around here. Start on this row and grab it real quick. And by quick, I mean without running into bells. Ah. I hope you have a good dinner, and thanks for hopping on there real quick. It is that time of year. I'm going to do this without running into bells or throwing bells like I did in the last field, because we did do that a little bit. It's kind of lucky that this contract on this field is like right next to our farm. That just works out. Alright. It's not a whole lot left. Gotta say, Captain Crunch. So we need to talk about healthy dinners. Although I can't really say a whole lot. It's not like I'm eating healthy. Alright, go. Whoops, brakes. Alright, grab these. Just a few more. Yeah, I'm trying to think what. Actually, yeah, what am I gonna have for dinner tonight? I'll have to look in the fridge. I think I have a steak thawed out, so I might just throw that in the air fryer with some other stuff. Air fryers are amazing, by the way. Perfect for the making a lazy dinner pretty quickly. A good tasting but lazy way to make food. That is pretty quick. Well, that doesn't seem fair. Did I go to the tractor show? But that just, yeah, that doesn't seem fair. Alright, this should be the last of our bells. Alright, and that should be a complete contract. There we go, awesome. Alright, so let's head back over to our farmyard. And we'll get this equipment parked, and then I think we'll be pretty much done with... Oh, that's right, I want to buy a grass roller. So yeah, let's get this parked, and then let's go pick up a grass roller. So I think right about there should do it. Let's and I need And again, I will get the grass down after I fix that in the XML. Oh, let's collect our contract, because we need that money. 54,000. There we go. As I hit the curb that I put down to avoid running into that tree. Well, considering the store is just right over here, we'll drive over. That's true. Yeah, unfortunately, it's when you do things, it's not necessarily of when you want to do things, it's when the ground says, hey, I'm ready, you do work now. So unfortunately, that's how it works. All right, let's see here. Grassland care is what we want. All right, so that's 12.3. Do I not have more modded versions of these? So that's 12.3. Let me just check under rollers. See if there's any grasslands ones there. None of the, no. Because I know these ones don't do. Yeah, those don't do grass. So yeah, well, let's go with this one here, and this one makes the most sense because that's just, that one's harder to maneuver, and also it requires a lot of horsepower that we don't have. Plus, it's 127,000. This one is 6.3 meters. This one's 12.3. So I think this is our best bet. So let's get this one here. And let's do no plate there. 35,000. I don't want to take all our money because we need that to buy sheep in about another month or so. So let's finance this. We'll do the 12-month financing. It's 3,000 a month. So that way we can get our grass roller. We'll finance it just so we can keep some money in the bank to make sure we. Wait, this doesn't sound right. It's making the grass. It's making the roller sounds. Let me just see some here. There might be something wrong with this mod, possibly. Because, yeah, it's like, it's struggling to go, and it's making that roller sound. So there might be a little issue with this mod. Just wondering. Yeah, I'm not sure what it is there, but it's acting a little weird. Alright, so what we're going to do is for this, we're just going to park this in here for now. Because we're not going to need this till next month after we do the mowing and the baling. We can use that. which that will save us having to use fertilizer, so that will save us some money. So it's one of those investments that I think is worth it. Alright, so let's go ahead and park this here. So we're ready to go with our mower. And let's go ahead and we're gonna move on to, actually let's just make sure there's no more contracts we can do before we move on to the next month. So cultivating new, I mean, it's good money, it's just no. Alright, fertilizing, it's tempting. I don't think any of these are nearby us. Well, I mean, these are pretty close. Fields 4 and 3 are pretty close to us. The rest of these are all on the other side of the map. So that's 18,000. That's 28,000. So I mean, that's some good money. Large fields, but good money. All right, so what I'm going to do is, I think I'm going to, so let's accept this contract, our field 4, and then for field 3, just so I'm not using all my fertilizer, I'm gonna, how much does it cost to borrow the items? So it's what, 1,200, yeah, so $1,300. So yeah, we're gonna borrow those items. That way the farmer is supplying the fertilizer for that one. So let's open this bag up here. So I'm just thinking, like, we're gonna need some more money, so I'm thinking about this, because we gotta buy sheep. And we're not gonna be able to really make any money from our field, I don't think, because by the time we get all the grass and everything built up, that needs to have enough to feed our sheep till probably April. So that means we won't be able to really make any money off our field. So, you know, we'll build up some grass in April. And then it'll take it probably a month or two for that to ferment. If we wrap some of those bales, not all of them, but some of those bales. So kind of looking like June before we can start making money off of our field. That's a long time away from September. So yeah, this guy's not gonna stop, is he? No, that's fine. This is the field where we need to go anyway. Alright, to make this easy, we're going to use steering assist, because why not? Let's make this easy. Actually, you know what? I don't like the lines. I mean, they're... There we go. So rather than use the base game steering assist, I'm going to use this thing, our GPS. Because I like it more. What I'm gonna do here is get up on this and go back up, and then we'll come back down and Should hit that just right, or close to it. We'll be close enough. But before we head back down, we should probably do a headland on this end, just to make our turnarounds a little, how should we say it, easier. So let's just run down this here real quick. This is a, this feels a little bit larger than I thought it was. I think the shape kind of hides how big it is. That's, this is a pretty small field, should be pretty fast for us. No, it's actually a pretty good sized field. Yeah, we'll get it knocked out in no time. These fertilizing contracts do pay good money, and they're actually pretty easy to do. All right, let me see where our GPS is gonna land us at. Right there. All right, that's fine. We'll take it. Actually, wait a second. Oh. So yeah, we have to do that field anyway, so yeah. This is fine. This works actually perfectly because we have to do both fields, the one on the left and the right. I didn't realize that. So yeah, it's fine if we do have a little bit of overlap. We are not wasting any at all. Actually, that means I can keep my the GPS route lines I have here. I can just carry those over to the next field. That worked. I wish I could say it was planned, but it was not. Alright, let's finish up this contract and then we'll start on field 3. I'm not sure how much fertilizer we're going to use, but we'll definitely load up on, refill up this spreader before we complete the contract. That way, help cover our costs a little bit of the fertilizer, because fertilizer is expensive. A little bit of squirreliness there. I mean, I guess I probably should have slowed down before churning. That probably would have been, this. But, where's the fun in that? That ain't fun. All right, I think we just have one more pass and we'll be done with this contract on this field. And we're gonna hop over to the next one. Actually, there might be another pass. There's a little gap there between. Yes, there's a little small gap there, so I don't think it's gonna give us 100%. So we're gonna have to do this little narrow stretch here. All right, there we go. You know what? Just because we want to have good reputation and all that, we'll go ahead and finish up this section. Even though it says contract finished. Alright, there we go. We are done with that field. Alright, so let's head over to our next field, and I think we'll do is we'll start off with let's get this little section here out of the way. Yeah, I know, I don't have access to the grass areas on the sides. Whatever. Alright, there we go. Alright, so all I'm gonna do is let's just hit that right there. There we go. Turned it on a little bit early, but it's all good. It's all good. Alright, so let's get the rest of this fertilized. And then we will be all good to go there. And while we're doing this, I do want to mention, if you're over there on Kick, be sure and hit that follow button. And yeah, I really appreciate it, and hope you like the stream. If you're on Twitch or YouTube, and if you want to check out the my channel on Kick, there you just do !Kick, and it will give you a link over to my Kick channel. All right, so we got this. All right, we're good there. So I want to get this rest of this headland done here. Then we'll start on our rows. I guess you can call them rows or something. Rows. This one is definitely a bigger field. There's no doubt about that. I think for the straight edge, I'll use the line across the back of the town, because that's pretty much the only real straight edge on this field. We'll use that to establish our rows, up and downs, whatever you want to call them. All right, here we go. So we got our straight line here, so I'm gonna do is press my little set path button. We're good to go. Turn on that cruise control, and we're going. just want to check the inside of this tractor. So I've used this one in FS25 several times, but it's actually my first time using an FS25. Awesome. I actually did like this tractor a lot in FS22. I used it a lot because it's in FS22 it was a good, affordable, like starting tractor, and it has like really good maneuverability, and something like it still does. And it's just like it's a good starting tractor. All right, we get lined up here. There we go. Alright, so let's bust out the rest of this field here and get it all fertilized, and then we'll get, oh, actually before we get paid, we'll go ahead over to the store and restock our the fertilizer with what we used, and then get paid, get that money for our contracts before we move on to the month of October, which is going to be the big month for us because that'll be the first time we'll be able to do some field work on our new farm and get some sheep. Alright, and we are going. I just noticed that streaking a little bit there. I might need to play with the settings a little bit because, so I did get a new monitor. I just got it yesterday. And you probably noticed I was streaming it's a wider aspect ratio because I went and got one of the ultra wides, and you know, the ultra wide OLED. And man, this thing's amazing. Like just the colors it has. Let me tell you that those OLEDs on gaming, they're unbeatable. It's pretty awesome. I am loving it. Like it's just something about a monitor that does true black. Yeah, it's a game changer on gaming. But I might need to play with my graphics settings in the game a little bit to adjust for that, because it might have messed up a few things, maybe, possibly. I mean, it looks great, but I am noticing like some things here and there. So I want to make sure it's doing good across the stream. But yeah, let me know in the comments what you think. Do you, because I kind of tried this out with the wider aspect ratio on the stream. I think I can make it normal aspect ratio, but it's like I want to try it. So let me know if you like that more, because it does give you a wider viewing angle so you can see more, which can be a plus and a minus because it does put little bars in the top and the bottom. So you may or may not like it. I don't know. Leave a comment. Let me know. What do you think? Alright, I think we're getting pretty close to being done with this contract here. There's row 6. So let's get this lined up here. While we're heading that way, just want to see. Please tell me there wasn't a roller on sale. Because if there was, I'm going to be very. After what we did with the whole buying the equipment and half the stuff is in the sales. Oh, yeah, we can't afford that. So good. I was just gonna have like a really facepalm moment there if there was a grass roller on sale, especially after the whole when we were setting up the farm earlier in the stream. Yeah, that was bad. Like, oh, buy all the equipment and then check the sale and like half the stuff is in the sales. So let's see, what do we have? So trailers, that's part of the next pack. So, I mean, there's some stuff that we may eventually want to get down the road as the farm grows, but for where we're at right now, nothing there. All right, contract is finished. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna head around here and head over to the dealership because I did the I borrowed the items so that we can get the fertilizer and use that. But I didn't use it because my fertilizer spreader was already filled up, and my spreader has the wider angle. Although I kind of wanted to use their spreader because this one we got that came with that was the new one. I've been wanting to try that out, but oh well. Opportunity missed. Actually, you know what? Just the versatile. I'm actually kind of curious. I just want to see what it looks like. I've been wanting to try out this spreader because I was kind of curious of how it worked. Actually, wait, what's this? Okay, that's kind of cool. What's the one that we can unload the bag after we're done? I just want to unload one bag and see. Okay, that's pretty awesome, actually. Let's back this up here. Unfold these. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. I kind of want to try it now. So we'll have to keep an eye out if there's more fertilizing contracts that use this. All right, we get that unloaded there. Because I do want to try out that spreader. All right, let's oh, whoops, yeah, we need to get our fertilizer spreader loaded in. I mean, the fertilizer that we used, let's get that refilled up because we did use ours. So let's go ahead and refill up our spreader here real quick, and then we'll complete the contract. All right, there we go. All right, so let's go ahead and accept our contracts. So that's $26,000 there. Awesome. And another $18,000 there. Awesome. All right. We are good to go. Let's head back over to the farm. We're sitting pretty good now. We're at 97,000. Which we're gonna need about $6,000 or $7,000 a month to cover our loan obligations. So that's gonna be good. I mean, what I'm thinking about, you know, is yeah, we gotta buy sheep, and then we also have to keep in mind that our field over here on the right is not gonna be making us any money till spring, because our first cut's gonna be pretty much to make sure we have enough food to keep the sheep fed until the next cut in spring. So that's a long time from now. So gonna have to keep that in mind. All right, let's get this parked here. Put this away. So I mean, I was thinking about the math on that. So we'll say 7,000 a month, just to kind of make it. It might be a little more, but just give us a ballpark. So we have September, so we're gonna need October, November, December, January, February, March, April. Probably let's say April. So if we're able to cut in March. Actually, no, we should probably think 8 months. It's gonna take 2 months to ferment bells. So yeah, it's $56,000 for, let's say 60,000. So we need to make sure we have 60,000 in the bank to make sure we can pay our bills until spring, when we can make some money off of our field. But let's go ahead and move on to October. We'll start it at 8 because I think it starts having later mornings this time of year. All right, so we are in October. Beautiful morning, beautiful fall morning here, and we are ready to do some grass work. Our fields are ready. So yeah, we're gonna just go head over here and check that out, because this will be, yeah, it's definitely ready, fully grown, ready to harvest, ready to go. So yeah, this will be what we'll be mowing up here. We have, so it says fill 30 area, that's gonna be 11 acres. So almost 12 acres. That's pretty good. It's saying potential harvest quantity is 400,000 liters. If that is accurate, we actually will be able to, I guess, yeah, we'll be able to make some of those into silage bales and make some money off of this. So I didn't quite realize it was gonna be that much. So we'll kind of see where we're at, how many bales we get off of this, and if we end up getting that many bales for 400,000 liters, then yeah, we'll definitely sell. We'll definitely make some silage bales and stuff, because I don't picture us needing that much to feed the sheep that we haven't bought yet. But I think for now, because we have been streaming here for about 3 hours, so we'll go ahead and wrap it up here, and then we'll pick it back up in our next stream, getting on this. That will also give me time to hopefully find a way to fix the XML to where we can paint grass down, because that's kind of bugging me. But yeah, so I want to thank you for watching. Hope you have a wonderful day. Enjoy your weekend, and hope to catch you on the next time. And I will set us up to where we can go do a raid on someone while I'm getting this all finished up here.